All right, so you got a gas grill and now it's time to put it together. How difficult really is it to put together a gas grill? Other than it's extremely heavy, what we're going to do is we're going to lay out all the pieces out here on this blanket. I found that tipping over the box and pulling it out seems to be the easiest way. Looking nice. Usually tie the regulator like that, and all the pieces are in here. Yeah, I don't want to leave these things in there. That would kind of be bad. There we go. Put everything in that box. Now we're gonna continue to take things out of packages. All right, the first thing we want to do is just to double check to make sure that we have everything. So we're gonna go through this list and make sure we have everything. It comes with everything that you need to put it together, so no worries about that. Wrench and a screwdriver. Easy peasy. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build the frame that thing's gonna sit on. I know this looks scary, but don't worry about it because everything has numbers and everything has corresponding numbers. So all you have to do is grab number 1 and number 1, grab number 2, we're gonna grab number 3 support. They already come with the screws pre-installed, so we just backed them out so there's a little bit of a gap. And what's really nice is that you can see that these things slide in like this and then slide down. And then once you do that, all you have to do is tighten them up. We did that for both sides. We have 1 and we have 2. So that one is done. And now we're going to do number 4 and 5, which is the next one, 4 and 5. It shows right there to back it out and screw it back in. So same thing here. They just easily slide on and off like so. Then we're just going to screw them down tight. Now that one's done. It looks like these are the ones that the wheels are going to go on. And let's see what's next. Step number 2. We're going to get that big long bar, which looks like it's this. And we're going to connect it. We stand them up. We see that we have the 2 screws there and the 2 screws there. So we'll back them up and we'll connect it. Slid that down like so. And now I'm just gonna tighten up the screws. Because you can put this bar in backwards. We want these holes closer to that side, not on that side. All right, 3. We're gonna put these guys on. All the screws. Letting it sit in here and in here. And using the A screws, there's 4 of them. There's the A screws. We're gonna use 4 of these. Peel the back and just take out 4 screws. You don't want to take them all out because we don't want to lose these. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the bottom here where you can see a little screw place, and we're going to do that for all 4. So now all 4 corners are done. And then the next step, where we put the back on. And we look at the picture and we see that it's actually the front that we're going to be putting those black panels on. And the black panels are these right here. So now I adjusted what I have to look like the picture. And I see that we got to put these over on this side. Little grooves like that. And we have the screws that are already screwed in. So we're going to back out these screws and slide in these black panels. Turn the light on here so you can see that all they do is they slide in like that on both sides. And now we're going to tighten down those screws. We're going to do the same thing with this panel here. We're just going to line up that and that, push it forward, and then they just slide down and set into place. Screw down the screws. So now the panels are set. Easier than you thought. Let's see what's next. Now we're going to be putting on the wheels. We're using E and D, two of them. And we have E and D. So here are the washers and nuts that we're going to be using to put on the wheels. Okay, you have an option of putting it on this way or this way. We want to make sure that we put it on this way so we have enough room to put in our washer and nut. .13mm, or just use a wrench. And if you do use this, go very slow. Make sure that your wheel turns, because you could make it too tight. And if you do, no problems, just back it off until it spins. So both the wheels are on now. All right, now we're gonna grab the feet and we're gonna put the feet on. As you can see, they want the feet to go outward like that. That slid on very easy. That was ridiculously easy. And now we have that frame. All right, we're already on step number 7. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take out a couple of screws, and then we're gonna put that back on top. So just to remind you that the panels in front is the front and not the back. And if you're wondering what kind of screws they are talking about, after setting it here, you can see that this will slide forward and there will be a screw here and a screw here. However, when you come over this way, you see you can put a screw in here, but oh, there's already a screw there. So that's the one we're gonna be taking out. And then slide it forward and screw it back in. Now we got a screw on the rest of them, and they're saying it's going to be 9A screws. So I screwed in that. That's the one that we took out and put back in. And then I screwed in those. It's getting there, guys. So now we're going to take a look underneath here, and we see there's a screw hole there, there, and the same on that side. Grabbed 4 more of these. So now we put in 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. We're going to put one on one side and one on the other. It's easy. Already has a thing on there, so we know that this one's going to fit on here. So we're going to be putting screws through those 3 holes, and we're going to screw them into here. We open up the lid, and we see the holes. So we're going to put these through the holes here. Off that bottom screw, which I did, and there it is. Find that one out, and now with the middle one in and that, it's really easy to put in the other screws. All right, so that bottom screw is put in. Did I tighten that one up? No, I didn't. And tighten up the one that thing just sat in. We need to back out that one there and back out that. We're going to put this one in first. If I can get this for you here with one hand. So we're going to put, where are we? That in like that, and then we're going to rest that one. All right, now we're going to put the screws in. All right, we are getting there. It just slides in and pushes in. There shouldn't be any gap at all. All right. These things just sit in here. Oh, these actually have grooves. How nice is that? I'm impressed with this. So those grooves, they just sit on like that. Oh, I'm impressed. That's awesome. That's much better than my last one I had. Last one had a sort of set them on a peg and they sort of just hung there with the peg in the middle. But these actually have grooves. How groovy is that? All right. Now we're going to set these in. Nice. Front and the back, and they just sit in there. How nice is that? I love cooking on this back rack. Actually, that's my favorite. Cook it up here, have everything on low, and nothing burns up there. All right, what's next? Things like that to keep them from falling. So we want to make sure that we set it in like this. So we're gonna put it in this here first. Like so. Bring it around like this, and then put it over here on that side. And then the bottom of the tank fits in there. Last but not least is our grease trap. Alright, with our B pieces, it's time to finish everything up. So our grease trap looks like this. And this is what slides in. And this is what you would connect that to right there. And now we're just going to put it in down here. Like so. That was so easy. That was ridiculous. All right, so you got a couple of wonky looking things and you're like, what the hell? All right, so this is actually pretty neat. This right here is the little hoop, and this right here is where you're gonna be screwing it down, like so. Well, there's just so many places this thing can go, and there's a little hole right there. So we're gonna put this with the hole, and then we're going to screw that down right here. Then we have this funky wonky thing right here. Once again, there's only one way that this thing can set is in here. So where do we put this one? Put it in like that. And we're going to screw it in here. That is how we do that wonky thing. I know many of you are like, what the hell is this and where does this go on? This is actually a way of putting a lit match. You put it in there, and then you're able to light your burners just in case your automatic one doesn't light. So if you ever seen this and you're like, what the hell? Put a lit match, goes through the hole, and it'll light your burner without burning you. And this thing right here is what keeps your tank from falling over, and of course you put your tanks on the grooves. And it connects like so, and there we go. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to push it in and turn. It lights. Push it in. Turn. Good deal. It's been a long time since I've seen a nice grill like this, and this was only $147 over at Walmart. It even has a thermometer on it. How about that? And of course, you're probably wondering how you maneuver this thing. Well, just lift it up, move it around, and bring this thing outside. All right, there we go. My old grill cover that we found for like 10 bucks last year out of season, or after season, and there we go. Thank you very much for watching. We're done.